Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss about the difference between where and having clause in the SQL. So in SQL basically there are two ways to basically filter the data from a table. So that is the first one is the where clause and the second one is the having clause. And I see a lot of people are getting confused where to use where and where to use having. So basically we have very simple table of orders where we have 5 records, and for product ID 101 we have 2 records, and for product ID 102 we have 2 records, and then for 103 we have 1 record. Now let's say if someone is coming to you and asking find the records where the quantity is greater than 3. So what we can do is we can simply write a where condition, and we can just mention quantity is greater than 3. Okay. Now if I run this, it will give me the records where the quantity is greater than 3 from the table. Okay. Similarly I can just filter out on the quantity, let's say 2, and I can put equals to also, so it will give me the records where quantity is greater than equals to 2. Now so basically how this where clause is working, so it is doing row by row comparison. So it is going to the first row and checking the quantity, and if it is greater than equals to 2 then it is giving me the result, then going to the next and checking, going to the next and checking. So it is doing row by row comparison. But in case of having, basically it filter the data based on the aggregate values. So now let's say if someone says that find the average quantity for each product, and then find the find the average of greater than 1. Okay, so what we can do is basically we can just write product ID. First of all we need to find the average of quantity for each of the product, so we can just simply write average and then quantity, and then we can do group by product ID. So it will give me for each product, it will give me the average quantity. Now if someone say find the average quantity greater than 2. Okay, so let's say if I have this simple table, select star from orders, then I can't distinguish the average quantity of each product, because this is the one row item for one product, then I am having another row for that similar product. So what I need to do is I need to first of all aggregate the data on product ID, and then put the filter of having average average of quantity, let's say greater than 1. Okay, so this will give me the product whose average quantity is greater than 1. Simply we can also write, let's say provide me with the greater than 2. We can just write this and we can find the result like this. So just to remember two things, where like this where clause or where condition simply works on the row by row comparison, and having clause works on the aggregate level comparison. So we can filter, if we need to filter the data based on the aggregate values, then we need to use having, and if we have to just filter the data based on the row, then we can use where. Now let's say we have a problem where we need to use where and having both. So let's say if we need to first of all filter where quantity quantity is greater than 1. Okay, so first of all we need to do we need to filter based on the quantity 1, then average quantity 2, and remember where will come first in the query and having will come later after the where clause if we need to use both at the same time. Now let's run this query and we are getting this result. I hope I'm able to clear your doubts. Thanks for watching my video.